Hello, welcome to FromASkein, episode 1. I'm Kylie, also known as Kylie Knits on Ravelry and Instagram.
I'm Amy. I'm known as Bazinga Knit on Ravelry and Cupcakes and Yarn Balls on Instagram.
And I'm Knitting Chris. I'm Kristen, also known as Knitting Chris on Ravelry and Instagram. And for the account for the podcast, you can find us at FromASkein on YouTube, Ravelry, and also on Instagram. So please join us on any of those venues. We're all kind of a little nervous today because it's our first time podcasting. Yeah, I'm nervous. I'm sweaty. I think I would felt the wall. So she's knitting, but I'm a little too nervous too. So anyway, we thought we would start with that and just bear with us as we get used to doing this. But we're going to share some of our projects and things with you.
Let's start with finished objects from our needles. Amy, got anything?
Okay, first thing, the bean hat by Plucky Knitter. I used Pitter Patter in Primo Sport and small batch 1-0 on fingering. Just finished that in time for the continued cold weather in Pennsylvania.
What size needles did you use for that?
I used 4s.
4s. Okay. Cool. That's really pretty. I love the colors. You should probably show
The
it close.
purple.
That it's I don't know if you can see, but those colors are so beautiful together. Like I think it doesn't.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see or not. It's really pretty.
And this is the potato chip wrap by Debbie Reese.
Ooh, soft. Wish you could feel it.
It is so pretty.
So
Has
pretty.
magpie backyard fiber, little plucky, and skinny dipping.
What's the main color? Because that is
That's
so
backyard fibers.
Pretty. This is gorgeous.
Silver Spring, I think it was called. I'm not
We
sure.
should hold this a little bit closer so you guys can see how pretty this is. The colors are absolutely phenomenal. The texture in it's beautiful. This lace is beautiful.
Oh, thanks, Chris.
It's really pretty.
It is.
Good job. Cool.
Chris?
I don't have a finished object recently because I'm bad. I have a lot of FOs and I'm bad at blocking and finishing. I apparently have a commitment issue, but this is, and I get hot really quickly. I'm at that age. So this is from a couple years ago, but it's Helen Stewart's Pebble Beach shawl.
I have that
I love
cute.
that.
Yeah, it's such a
Ravelry.
neat knit. And this is in Jill Draper. It used to be her fingering weight, and I don't remember how to say it. Do you remember, Amy?
Esopus.
Esopus.
Oh,
I think it's
Amy
your name
remembers. She cried
Sorry.
when it left.
I did.
It is
Love that
really
yarn.
pretty. It has a great put up. It's like over 500 yards of skein for the fingering weight, and it just is a really pretty. The dyeing, the colors are so pretty that she dyes.
I think I have one skein of that left in stash.
Yeah.
I have 2.
like a-
You have to pry it out of my cold dead hands.
It's like
yeah,
a coffee
it's really.
color.
So I think she got like a new blend or something, but I haven't knit with that yet. So, how about you, Kylie?
I this morning just finished this. It is Meet Me on the Corner. Is that what it's called? Meet Me on the Corner.
At the corner.
Meet Me at the Corner. It's a Yoth pattern. The yarn is Magpie Fibers, and I got the kit in Maryland a few years ago. It's the Empty Night collection. It's 5 mini skeins. They're 145 yards. There's 545 yard mini skeins, and I used pretty much I didn't even have enough of this last color to even probably do a heel and a sock.
Which one's the last color?
This is the last
Blue.
color, and it's from the gray up.
It's beautiful.
It was a fun knit. It really did knit up nice, and
I like how you can wrap it a couple times around. It's
Magpie is lovely.
Oh, it's super
Very lovely.
soft. You should feel it. There should be like a feel-o-meter or something, or a squish-o-meter on the video. It's pretty cool.
That is pretty much all I have finished right now.
Okay.
Should we move on to whips?
We're assuming that if you're watching this podcast, maybe not whips are works in progress, FOs or FOs, that kind of stuff. So if you're new to the knitting world, you'll soon get used to that lingo. But if you're just one of our family members, we're sorry. You're not going to know what we're talking about.
I don't know. Some of my family members will know.
It's probably true. We've been knitting for a while. And we knit together on a regular basis. That's probably something we should say. Like, at least we try to get together weekly, so we have a pretty good camaraderie. So, okay, how about you? Do you want to go first this time with your whips, or
Me?
yeah,
Sure.
Yeah.
I am working on a sock right now. It is Plucky Feet in the Color Tour colorway, and I have one sock finished. If you can see it there. The heel is actually mustache yarn. It was Cafe Americano in a mini skein that she had sold. These are knitting up so nice.
They're really pretty.
I love them. I normally knit a 7-inch leg, but I wanted something a little shorter, so I only did 4 inches, which I'm really pleased with. So these are nice. They're nice for the weather now in Pennsylvania since it's spring, but not really spring.
Yeah, we had snow flurries again last week, so it's crazy. Those are really pretty.
And I just have one more I cast on this morning. The Spring Fling. It is actually a free cow pattern on Ravelry, and I am using wool, the colorway Cuckoo Flower. I think that's how you pronounce it. Cuckoo. Cuckoo Flower.
I'm terrible with names.
It's very pretty. It's like
really
a
pretty.
bluish, I don't know, what would you call that color?
Robin's egg.
Yeah.
It's really nice. But I'm not very far on that. As you can see, I only have about 1 row down. But the pattern is free on Ravelry, so if anybody's looking for a free cow pattern, it is a very pretty pattern.
That's cool.
That's all I have going on.
Amy?
I cast this on and was knitting it in the car on the way to Rhinebeck in the fall. It's Dodging Raindrops cowl, and as you can see, I'm still not very far. Because this isn't something you want to knit in a line, surrounded with elbows and pushy people.
What yarn is it?
This is Evil Little Goat, Squishy Goat in Hey Ho Let's Go. That is 100% superwash merino wool, 438 yards. So it's a nice amount.
That's really pretty.
Yeah, and this is a 1 skein cow.
This is a 1 skein cow. Yeah,
Yeah.
you did it.
And I didn't mention that with that Spring Fling either. That is also a 1 skein fingering cow.
I think that's
If you-
important. Yeah.
Yeah, if you just have 1 skein.
And I also yesterday cast on Gone. Her name's Gone.
It's okay.
Ayler.
Go on.
Laura Ayler. Laura
Oh.
Ayler.
Okay, yeah. You
The
did.
Litchfield shawl.
Oh, yeah.
401 stitches cast on, and that's as far as I got, because that was as far as I got.
That's painful. I've done that. Yeah, that's great.
But it goes from big to little, so.
That's it. Yeah, that's interesting to knit that way, because then you
So-
feel like you're actually, it feels like you don't get anything done, and then all of a sudden it's like, wow.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
there.
That's great.
So looking forward to do that. That's on my Make 9 of 2018 list, which was something I found on Instagram.
I always am working on socks too, so I brought one on my sock blocker. I don't know if you can see it or where the best light is. This is just a plain vanilla sock, and I kind of have a pet peeve about saying it's a vanilla sock because hand knit socks are never really plain to me. It's knit out of some older stash that we got at Maryland Sheep and Wool that I got, and Kylie got a skein too. This
This
is
is Marigold Jen.
it's Marigold Jen yarn, and it's in the BFL base, which I've never knit BFL for my socks. I would say it's nice and woolly and sturdy, but it's not itchy. So I'm looking forward to that. They're on wooden, I don't know the best way, loopy blockers from the Loopy U that I got a long time ago. And it is the Neptune colorway. And I knit them on size 2.25 millimeter or US 1 needles. And I try to do a pair of socks a month. I have the second one past the heel, so I just knit the foot and the toe. So that's one of the things I'm always doing. And that's in my Sandy by the Lakeside bag, which it has the cute little tassel. I like the little tassel. Did you guys see that?
Mm-hmm.
We should learn how to make those, I think.
Tassels.
Yes. Well, this kind of a tassel has like a leather. I don't know. It's kind of like glued together.
It's cute.
And then it has a cute little plaid lining, really cute bag. I also have, this is my fringe supply bag that my husband got me for Christmas. Well, I told him to get me for Christmas. He was looking for another suggestion, and I suggested this. This is the Paris, it's Toujours, maybe? I'm not sure if that's right. It's by Isabel Kramer. And it's a shawl,
So
and
pretty.
it is
It's so soft.
It's in Primo. It used to be the Primo Worsted, but now they call it Primo DK, and it's in Sammy Samerson. And I just wanted a black one to wear because I tend to, this would go with a lot of stuff, I think. So I think it would be good. I'm gonna poke it.
Watch the eyeballs.
It's really soft. It's really it really pretty easy knit. The most thing is that you have to alternate skeins, and then that kind of, you know, makes me go a little bit slower. So, but I have a couple more things, but that's what I'm going to show you today. So that's it. How about we're trying to like keep everything in a theme, so we're going to show you some things that came from our mailbox. Amy, do you want to go? We'll share
The
some
most
of our-
recent thing I got was a birthday gift for somebody, so I'm not going to show that.
I think it's for me.
I think it might be for her.
It's for me. We have birthdays in the next week.
Mine's first.
Yes.
It doesn't make me older. It just means
I'm older than her.
And I'm older than both of them, so it is what it is. The most recent thing I think I got besides the birthday present is the skein of Nifty from the Plucky Knitter. It's called Tea and Sympathy. Can't
It's
really
so
see
pretty.
it. It's like a mauvey, pinky,
So pretty.
purpley.
it is so pretty.
It is 310 yards merino, cashmere, and nettle, and I haven't knit anything with their Nifty yet, so looking forward to that.
What do you think you're going to knit with it? Or
I have no idea. Put it in my Plucky box and take it out and squish it every now and then.
It's pretty.
It's pretty.
You go.
Okay. I have a skein of Uloco Phyllis sock in the Starling colorway. It's very peachy, very summery. Won't you say it's summery?
Mm-hmm,
Yes.
definitely. It's gorgeous.
It has some green and brown in it. This is definitely going to be socks. This is 463 yards. I actually bought this because I wanted this bag. We got this from
Simply Sock.
Simply Sock Yarn. The cute little bag that says knit the yarn. That is, I do have another skein, but that is a birthday present, so I'm not unable to show that. Yeah, it's for her.
I'm excited that I get it because it's really hard for, like, they would know what to buy me, but like for my family, they don't always know what to buy me yarn wise. But
So my family calls her.
they do. So they message me, and then I give them ideas, and then I text your husband too. Sometimes he does too.
Yeah, and I text my husband sometimes with,
Yeah,
with
how about
screenshots
it?
and say, I have a birthday soon.
Hint, hint, hint. And my skein that I wanted to share, this is new to me. I've never used this yarn, but I hope it's my May socks. So it's fuse fiber, if you can see the label, in their robin's egg colorway. So you'll kind of find out that we all have different colors that we love and kind of lean towards, and mine is blue. So this is blue with some great darker blue, teal, brown speckles in, and I'm going to knit a pair of socks probably with it. I'm not sure. Maybe because it's kind of a little bit plainer, maybe I'll try to put a little bit of a pattern in it. So, but that's what I plan to do with that.
And Kylie does not lean
It is
blue.
very pretty. I think it is
She hates
gorgeous,
blue.
but not my color.
She would like
Except this.
this. Well, because it has gray in it, I think.
Yeah, gray is definitely
Yeah.
a color that I
I think we
lean
all like gray.
towards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, Kyle's not a blue fan. So, but anyway. So the next segment that we have is from our lips to your ears. We're trying to make it fun. We're just talk about the podcasts that maybe that we watch. This is Amy's first podcast she's watching. She doesn't usually watch podcasts, but Kylie and I did, and so we started. I started years ago watching them, the Knit Girls, which are Leslie and Laura, and
That
they're
was
from
my
Tennessee.
very first podcast. Was the Knit Girls. Yeah.
And I think it was like kind of a neat moment for us at Maryland because we actually got to see them at Maryland. Like the first time that we saw them, it was like a
That was
Holy crap! I thought there was like Bon Jovi was walking down the Midway or something the way they were acting. I'm like,
Funny.
oh, okay.
yeah.
It was
Never heard
our
of 'em.
first Maryland. It was Amy and I's first Maryland, and we're all like excited about everything. And it was like the Knit Girls are there; they're like superstars. Amy thought they were superstars because
They are.
Apparently they acted a little
I really think
crazy.
they are. I think they are. And you know, the yarn fumes when you're at a festival, like it's like a high, and you know, basically.
You buy everything your first year.
My first year in Maryland, I bought everything.
Your first year, I buy everything.
Nope, I learned to woe down, but man, that first year I bought everything.
Yeah.
I think I did too.
But anyway, and I've actually really been fortunate. I went to SSK back in 2016, and that's the retreat that they run. So it was really fun because I got to take some classes with some really great teachers at that time, and then they actually run the retreat, so you get to talk to them a little bit and you know, be around them. So it was a lot of fun. Yeah, so that's a podcast that we would recommend if you're looking for one to start with, or if you're new to podcasting, that would be great. So.
Yeah, I mean, we watch other ones.
Oh yeah, we do too. We'll try to like highlight maybe one a podcast
every episode.
Yeah, I think that's what we'll do.
Yeah.
So that we don't overwhelm you, because you know, I know when I'm watching podcasts, sometimes I'm taking notes because of all the things that they're saying. So
you will buy lots of yarn by watching podcasts and patterns and books. They show such beautiful stuff. You just want to buy everything.
Mm-hmm. And just the patterns too that people knit, and the knitting, I'm just always impressed with it. So, yeah. The next section we have is from the web, which we're talking about patterns that we are looking at, or maybe might like to knit. And I think you say you get most of your pattern ideas from like Ravelry or
Instagram,
Ravelry.
Yeah.
Facebook.
When you see something somebody knits, you know, if it catches your eye, you know, oh, I want to knit that.
Mm-hmm. That's it. I don't usually see anything on Facebook anymore. I'm not really on that as much. But you get them off Facebook?
They have links to Ravelry.
Oh,
a lot of places will put up here's a free pattern for the week, and you can go to Ravelry and get it for free.
Yeah, and there's some knitting pages on Facebook that somebody will ask, you know, what's your favorite shawl you've knit? What's your favorite sock pattern? And it's nice to skim down over and see the variety of things that people have knit. I've found some patterns that way also.
Okay. Is there anything specific that you want to mention?
I have been eyeing up the paint box wrap by Anne of FromASkein. I also watch her podcast with Stacy from Mustache Yarn, and the kit is sold out right now. I do have yarn that I can knit with it, but I really love the colors that come in Anne's kit. So I'm waiting for the email to say that she's restocked. So I'm hopefully going to knit that in the near future.
Amy, anything that you know?
No, not that I could. I just put a couple things in my cart today, but I can't remember what they were.
And I'm kind of just obsessed. I haven't knit any of Caitlin Hunter's patterns yet, but she's pretty popular. The Sunset Highway sweater, everybody knits a lot. There's a couple other things, like a hat that she's done. She's a lot of color work, and she's from Alaska, so it's really kind of neat looking. But
I know she's from Alaska.
Yeah, she's from Alaska. And then I love Joji Locatelli, and she puts out a lot of things. So I think I just downloaded that new So Faded wrap or something like that. It's like huge. It's like a 5 skein wrap, which will be huge, and I'll never weave in the ends or but I'll knit it, you know. So I don't know. I don't know. So it's gorgeous. I love her patterns. I do knit occasionally. I do knit them, but I gotta get better blocking. Maybe this will make me more responsible to do that. So okay. And from the tube, what you watching?
911.
Oh, love 911. And The Resident.
Yeah.
Love The Resident.
Yeah, that's actually what I'm faithfully watching weekly. NCIS is Netflix. I never watched NCIS, so of course, I started from the beginning on Netflix.
I love NCIS. I think, is it just the regular one, or is it there's like a Los Angeles?
Nope, it's the regular one.
Okay, and New Orleans, yeah. We watched them a lot in the beginning, so I love those. I actually like the Los Angeles ones with LL Cool J.
I haven't even started watching.
That'll
any
another
other
thing will
ones.
suck you in. You
Yeah.
just start all over with
That's
that
pretty
one.
cool. Yeah. What about you, Amy?
Oh, I started the trial, or not a trial anymore, but the DVD subscription for Netflix because I stopped watching ER after season 9 when Mark Green died. And
What's the point?
yeah, what was the point? Doug was gone, Carol was gone, Dr. Green was dead. I didn't care about anybody else. Then I started watching it and saw John Stamos was on in later seasons. And I'm like, okay, I got to see what happened. So I am on season 14 of 15. So I am almost done to see how it all ends.
It's sad sometimes when you get to the end of the season.
It is.
Like, I never watched Grey's Anatomy, so I totally binged Grey's Anatomy on Netflix from the beginning. And now I have to wait, like, every week to watch it on TV. And I'm like, I just wish the whole season was out and I could binge watch the whole season again.
Do you know? Yeah.
We got the new season of Midwives though to watch too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love
Or Call the
Call
Midwife. Call the Midwife.
I'm not quite up there because my family, like, do you both get cable?
Yes.
Satellite.
No, I get cable.
Not dish.
Yeah, where I live, I don't
don't live in the wilderness.
I live in the
They do.
wilderness. We live in the
She
wilderness.
lives more in the wilderness.
I
than
really live in
do.
the wilderness, so
Yeah,
we
yeah.
only get like satellite, and we just recently got Netflix because we're cheap like that. I will buy the yarns. But anyway, so yeah, I'm just catching up on Call the Midwife, Call the Netflix, Call the Midwife. So on that, and then my girls and I are. This is where I'm sad too. We watched the Gilmore Girls, and we're on season 6. So I'm like, wait, we can't watch 2 episodes tonight because that'll be one less. You know.
Well, you just start all over again because
I
it's
know.
good. Because it's a great show.
Love
It's
the
a great
Gilmore
show.
Girls.
I love them. They're so great with their back and forth. And Luke, who doesn't want to look at Luke?
Yeah.
I love Luke.
Love Luke.
Yeah, can make me pancakes.
But I've been watching Penguins hockey, and they better get their heads out of their butts today, or they're
Yeah.
going home.
Yeah, we're from Pennsylvania, so you might hear Pens, Flyers, Phillies, Pirates.
Flyers, no.
Well, she might. Yeah, I know.
I don't watch
Eagles.
I don't mean to insult any Flyers fans, but
She's a Pens fan.
I'm a Pens fan. My dad was a Pens fan. My husband's a Pens fan.
Yeah.
Kind of don't have a choice.
Yeah, I would say that out of anything, we're probably Phillies fans, but we don't
Jerry
watch
loves
them
the Phillies,
much. Yeah, but I think
so
it's,
go figure.
as long as a team from Pennsylvania, I kind of am good with it. So it's kind of a big year for us because the Eagles won the Super Bowl, so and Pens won the Stanley Cup, so it was like a big year for Pennsylvania. So that was good. And Kylie watches golf, right? Sometimes.
Well, Kylie doesn't watch golf. I mean, if it's like
it's
the
on in the
Masters or
room.
something. But yeah, my husband's a golfer. I don't prefer it. Although I do like a couple of golfers. I mean, they're not too bad to watch.
I was gonna say hard to look at.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, all right. I don't know. What else do we have to say?
I think that's about it.
Yeah. I think this podcast may be a little bit short because we wanted to try it out. I'm not real sure about the editing. Gonna give it a go for if anybody has any suggestions for programs that they use or anything that might be helpful for us. We would be willing to hear what you have to say and any recommendations that you may have. We're gonna try and record every two weeks or so.
Hopefully you come back in 2 weeks.
Yes.
We'll just be talking to ourselves.
Which we might be anyway. And doing it like 3 times before I press the button. But anyway, so we want to thank you for joining us. We'll try to have show notes. We'll try to put them. I'm not going to put them in a downboard at YouTube because unless I can't figure it out, I think we could put them in a Ravelry.
Yeah, we'll
and
probably put them in
Yeah,
Ravelry
and-
as show notes.
And we'll try to put links in for like the yarn that we used or the patterns in case you want to do any of that or you want to buy anything anywhere.
Yep.
Or if you're seeing a vendor at a specific show or something, you might want to visit. So we'll try to do that. So, all right. That's
Okay. Thanks for coming.
Yeah,
Yep.
thanks for watching. So, we're gonna do our little ending. I forget how we do it, so it's probably not gonna be good this time, right? Do I start?
Sure.
Life is short.
Knit the yarn.
See you next time.
See ya.